Somewhere beneath the noise of your life, there is a stillness that has never been disturbed. It was there before your worries began. It will be there long after they fade. It does not depend on your circumstances, your success, or your struggles. It is always present, always available, waiting quietly beneath the surface of your restless mind. Most people search their whole lives for peace in the outer world, in achievement, in possessions, in other people. And they never find it there because it was never there to begin with. Peace is not something you acquire. It is something you uncover. Paramahansa Yogananda spent his life teaching people how to find this peace, not as a distant ideal, but as a living reality you can touch today. He left behind principles, simple, profound truths that, when lived, dissolve the inner turbulence and reveal the calm that was always there. In the next several minutes, we will move slowly through 20 of these principles. Do not rush. Let each one settle. Let the words and the silence between them do their quiet work. By the end, something in you may feel lighter, stiller, more at home. Let us begin. The first principle: peace is your true nature. You do not have to create peace. You have only to stop disturbing it. Beneath every anxious thought, beneath every fear, there is a calm that is simply what you are when you stop adding to the noise. Like the depths of the ocean, untouched by the storms on the surface, your deepest self is already and always at peace. The second principle: the present moment is the only place peace lives. Peace is never found in the past you keep replaying or the future you keep rehearsing. It exists only here, in this breath, this moment, the one place your mind so rarely visits. When you return your full attention to now, to the light in front of you, the air entering your body, you arrive at last where peace has been waiting all along. The third principle: what you cannot control, you can release. So much of your unrest comes from gripping what was never yours to hold. The outcomes, the opinions of others, the turning of events. Yogananda taught that you can do your part with all your heart and then let go of the rest. In that letting go, a great weight lifts and calm flows into the space the struggle once filled. The fourth principle: stillness is not empty, it is full. People fear silence and fill every moment with sound and motion. But Yogananda taught that in stillness, you do not find nothing. You find everything: the voice of your own wisdom, the presence of the divine, the peace you have been chasing in all the noise. Learn to be still, and you will never again be truly alone. The fifth principle: your thoughts shape your inner weather. A single anxious thought repeated can darken an entire day. A single calm thought held can clear the sky. Yogananda taught that you are not the helpless victim of your thoughts. You are the one who can choose which to feed and which to let pass. Tend your inner garden, and peace will grow where worry once did. The sixth principle: simplicity is the soil of peace. The more you carry, the more there is to disturb you. The cluttered schedule, the endless wanting, the tangled commitments, each one ripples the calm water of the mind. Yogananda taught that simplicity is not poverty, but freedom. Each thing you release, you trade for a little more space, a little more quiet, a little more peace. The seventh principle: breath is the bridge to calm. When the mind cannot be calmed directly, calm the breath and the mind will follow. Slow, deep, gentle breathing tells the body that all is well, and the storm begins to settle on its own. Yogananda taught that the breath is always with you, a doorway to peace you carry everywhere, available in any moment you remember to use it. The eighth principle: acceptance ends the war within. Most suffering is not caused by what happens, but by your refusal to accept that it happened. The endless inner argument, "this should not be," drains you and changes nothing. Yogananda taught that acceptance is not defeat. It is the laying down of a battle you could never win. And in that surrender, peace arrives, quiet and immediate, like stillness after a long wind. The ninth principle: gratitude turns what you have into enough. The restless mind is always reaching for what is missing. But the moment you turn toward what is already here, this breath, this light, this life, a quiet fullness replaces the ache of wanting. Yogananda taught that gratitude is not a feeling you wait for, but a practice you choose, and it is one of the fastest doorways back to peace. The 10th principle: forgiveness sets the prisoner free, and the prisoner is you. The resentment you carry does not wound the one who hurt you. It burns only in your own heart, day after day, stealing your peace. Yogananda taught that to forgive is not to excuse, but to set down a weight you were never meant to carry forever. In releasing them, you release yourself. The 11th principle: you are not your thoughts, nor your storms. When emotion rises like a great wave, you feel you have become it, the anger, the fear, the grief. But Yogananda taught that you are not the wave. You are the awareness that watches it rise and fall. Step back into that quiet watching, and even the fiercest storm cannot truly touch the still center of who you are. The 12th principle: meditation is the direct path home. All the principles point toward one practice. In meditation, you stop running outward and turn at last inward, to the source of the peace you have been seeking everywhere else. Yogananda taught that even a few minutes of true inner stillness each day will, over time, change everything. It is not an escape from life. It is a return to your own center. The 13th principle: nature is a teacher of peace. Watch the slow unfolding of a flower, the patient flow of a river, the silent rising of the sun. Nothing in nature hurries, and yet everything is accomplished. Yogananda taught that the natural world reflects the calm rhythm of the divine, and that simply being present with it, a tree, the sky, the sea, can quiet a troubled mind and restore the soul. The 14th principle: service quiets the restless self. Much inner unrest comes from the constant question, what about me? Yogananda taught that when you turn outward in genuine service, easing another's burden, offering kindness without expecting return, the anxious self grows quiet, and a deep contentment rises in its place. In forgetting yourself for a moment, you find the peace the self could never give you. The 15th principle: trust that a deeper intelligence is at work. Beneath the surface of events that seem random or unfair, Yogananda taught, there moves an intelligence you cannot fully see. When you trust this, not naively, but deeply, you stop bracing against life as if it were your enemy. You begin to rest, knowing that even what you do not understand may be carrying you quietly toward your good. The 16th principle: even-mindedness is unshakable peace. The world will keep offering you highs and lows, praise and blame, gain and loss, pleasure and pain. Yogananda taught that true peace is not found by clinging to the highs, but by meeting both with the same calm heart. When you are no longer thrown by every change, you discover a steadiness that nothing outside you can disturb. The 17th principle: worry has never solved a single thing. Yogananda observed a simple truth. Worry changes nothing about the future, but it ruins the present. It is energy spent on a problem that may never come, stolen from the only moment you can actually live. Replace worry with calm action where you can act, and quiet trust where you cannot, and watch the peace return to your days. The 18th principle: contentment is wealth beyond measure. The one who is never satisfied is poor, no matter how much they have. The one who has found contentment is rich, no matter how little. Yogananda taught that contentment is not the end of growth, but peace with where you are while you grow. It is the ground beneath your feet, steady while everything else moves. The 19th principle: solitude restores what the world depletes. In constant noise and company, you slowly lose touch with your own depths. Yogananda taught the quiet value of solitude, not loneliness, but chosen time alone, where the surface settles and you remember who you are beneath the roles you play. A little solitude each day is like returning to a clear, still pool to drink. The 20th principle: the peace you seek is the divine within you. This is the deepest truth of all. Yogananda taught that the peace you have been searching for is not merely a pleasant feeling. It is the very presence of the divine, living at the center of your own being. When you grow still enough to feel it, you are no longer far from God. You are resting in the peace that is God's first touch upon the soul. And in that peace, you are finally, completely home. Let these 20 principles settle into you, not as ideas to remember, but as truths to live. You do not need to master all of them at once. Choose the one that spoke most deeply to you and let it guide you through the coming days. Live it quietly. Return to it when the noise rises, and slowly the stillness it points to will grow from a moment you visit into the ground you live from. The peace you have been seeking was never far away. It was never in the next achievement, the next possession, the next horizon. It was here, all along beneath the noise, waiting patiently for you to grow quiet enough to feel it. Stop searching outward, turn within, and come home to the peace that was always yours. If this journey brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and turn on notifications. More of Yogananda's wisdom on peace, the soul, and the inner life is coming. And leave a comment. Which of these 20 principles spoke to you most deeply? Naming it is the first step to living it. Until next time, be at peace. You always were beneath it all.